Here we go. It is now alive. I think.
Oop.
Yep, it is working.
Yep.
Good. Everything looks nice over here. They even cleaned the table. Good.
Nice.
Wait, weren't there 5 bags of chocolate on here?
Don't.
Evelyn was by near, so she took one. She said, privilege, I think. I'm not really sure. Or maybe she was in mood. I'm not really sure. I don't understand women.
Well, hello everyone. I am Huron Blackheart, and this is my favorite station on the Void Ship.
Oh. Ah. I see. I don't know who that is.
It's fine. Nobody does.
No wonder why you
James
have
Walship
Blackheart.
doesn't apparently, otherwise he would already be leading the Chaos factions, but you know what? That's not our point today.
Yeah, he's a nerd anyways.
Why is the HellCrashers credit so small? Hold on. Why was I zoomed out to 20% there for a second?
I don't know. Maybe you wanted the bigger perspective?
I want to see the bigger picture.
Or you just want to make them smaller by comparison to make you feel larger by... I don't know. Humans are weird.
Remember, nobody heals by hurting others, unless you're playing a Lich build.
And vampires, they suck.
Yeah.
And when elementals, yeah, they blow. But earth elementals, they rock.
What is the difference between the IRS and vampires?
They can't see themselves in the mirror.
Exactly.
They're terrible at self-reflection.
No, I was going to say you can see the IR. I was going to say you can see the IRS in the mirror.
Yeah. But I would probably have said one sucks blood, the other sucks money.
No, they both suck blood. Don't worry, it's a life essence. They suck on your will to live.
Pretty much.
In other words, do your taxes, kids, because I sure won't.
You're not in America. How could you fear the IRS?
We have equivalents. They will never catch me.
Yeah, because they know you live in the mountains.
Yeah, my closest neighbor is probably a skin changer, and the second closest probably turned his family into cats, from what I have understood from his lore. That's no joke, by the way. I'm gonna give you some cursed Reaper lore to start the stream. I had a neighbor who was just surrounded by cats. He was an old man, and he just yelled at the cats all day and night as if they were people. That was like he's 24/7 every day. Like 3 p.m. he was yelling at cats. 3 a.m. he was yelling at cats. He was just there.
He's probably just not a cat person.
Why does he have like 5 cats in his house?
Exactly.
I do not know. Why does he keep yelling at them?
Why does the cats keep
When I say
coming back?
yelling, it wasn't like yelling like get out of there or stuff like that. It was things you would say to another person, like why are you doing this to me, you whore? Stuff like that.
Why don't you do the dishes, Margaret?
Goodness.
Why are you like this?
Yeah. Needless to say, at some point, a white van came outside of his house, and some doctors went in and they took him out on a stretcher with a little gurney and a little coat and a very nice white shirt, very long sleeves.
I thought somebody called animal services
Oh,
faster.
shit. Cats were conspiring against him.
Yeah, somebody legitimately called an asylum and they took him in.
Well,
And I don't even know who because nobody was privy to his situation.
It was the cats.
Funnily enough, the cats also dispersed after he left.
typical cat behavior.
They were held hostage.
No. The cats are just gathering into the asylum where he is there.
Oh my god, no! I can just imagine it now. They're just meowing outside the sill of his window. Whenever the doctors appear, they just leave.
Yes.
Why do I keep
He's
hearing
not-
meow down the hall there, sir? I do not know.
Who gave a cat a gun?
They want his flesh.
You took away our food source.
That could happen. You never deny a cat its food.
So yeah, now that I have cursed you with lore from the mountains, I think I'm
Spooky.
good to start the session.
Well, we are here. They see us, and they are here for to see the sisters.
And
Where-
hopefully we are having cat people.
No, cat people don't exist.
Not like that.
Neither like the female.
If you want to play
custodians.
Felinids, I do have a Wrath and Glory module for Felinids, not for this campaign, but if anybody in the chat wants to play Felinids, I'll show it to you. I'll show you my Felinids.
Do not subscribe.
Too much cat talk already summoned my cat. Go away.
Your cat's like,
guess it
oh
was-
no, they figured out my plan. Run.
Hmm. See, my cat is robotic and explodes space hooks. It bumps into a wall like Roomba.
I think you heard Maxwell saying about cat people don't exist, and he looks at me.
It's
No,
true.
I'm not the one that picked you up and called for it.
We all
I'm
know
your
the bird.
roommate.
We all know the birds are fake.
Hmm. Anyways, we should start. They're waiting. I'll go get my popcorn.
All right,
Hungerless void awaits.
let's start introducing our players. Going off the horn, let's begin with the with our host and also a resident tank,
Dang.
Maximo.
Hello, it's me, Maximo. I am Ogren Warrior, Vestroyan Firstborn, most handsome of party, smartest of all, yes. I am also played by Big Mac Plays, the one who runs this channel, yes. Other than that, I think we will have ourselves a good session. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for a good Odd Boys session. Things are about to heat up on the racetracks. I see you there too, tomorrow.
Yes, they will. And that's www.twitch.tv/BigMac_plays.
See,
Go there.
I found out that if you say www, it's not faster than saying World Wide Web. Even though it's funnier from 9 syllables to 3.
Oh. He's right. Fuck, he's right. I cannot continue. Sorry.
See?
Alright, we need another.
Ogren facts.
The Ogre broke the DM.
That'll be a funny little mini series. Ogren fact of the day. www is actually longer to
We're
say than actually
establishing
World
this
Wide
until
Web.
the end of this campaign now. You go do your homework from now on.
Just random bits of advice from an Ogren. Anyways,
But yes, go to Big Mac Place.
you're
or
already here.
else.
Yeah.
Well, some people might be watching this in the VOD, though you don't know that.
Yeah.
We need to keep this there for them.
Oh yeah, they're just a bunch of nerds anyways.
Always keep the threats in the VOD. You
Oh,
may be
yeah.
held court liable, but
I see.
And speaking of being held court liable, next up we have Art of War playing Lucas.
What the hell do you mean by being held court reliable?
Everything you say can and will be recorded.
Just because I want to kill a rogue psyker doesn't mean I'm gonna be tried for manslaughter.
I thought you were going to just say psyker, and I'm going to be really offended.
Anyway, this is Art of War playing Lucas. Now with Muldoon keeping an eye on me so I don't turn a last pistol on him.
Don't worry about that. You will going to burn with the ashes sooner or later.
Yes, and then when you kill me, I'm gonna let loose the pin. I'm gonna drop the grenade that I already pulled the pin on.
Who
And
said
you're
that I
going
need to
with
be
me.
close?
Oh,
Who's-
before the two of you can continue your verbal duel there, I want Lucas and Maximo to roll me their daily objective.
No.
Okay, fine. Have it your way.
I will have it my
Ogren
way.
says no.
McDonald's.
Apply a lesson from the Imperial Infantryman's uplifting primer to the current situation.
Book says situation bad. Can I get my red point now?
Fun fact: has anybody here actually read the Imperial Infantryman's Primer?
I
Nope.
saw some
Nope.
of it, but not fully.
Oh boy, my favorite. There is a page that is basically my favorite in the whole book. It shows an orc with a chop up, or it's like a guardsman who has like a knife in his hand, and that's about it. And he's in a defensive stance. And it says, "Remember, orcs are very slow and stupid. With a good grapple maneuver, you can easily use their force against them and move in for a vital blow." And it shows the guardsman performing like a judo throw on the orc and then giving him a stab on the neck. And I was sitting there like, that will not fucking work.
Yep.
That's
you
a
could
dead guardsman.
Well, Guardsman tried that
Yeah.
inside the Odd Boys and failed miraculously. Heck, there was a scene where a Space Marine sergeant charged out of a bunker and right into the Graz's super big chainsword eviscerator. It just like bisected the Marine sergeant and just like, well, he comedically died.
Well, it's kind of like sounds like something you find in wiki tutorials or something.
I mean, the entire Infantry Primer is basically WikiHow tutorials.
Surprise!
Uh,
An
Like,
idiot's
you
gu-
want...
nurse.
It's basically the idiot's guide to guardsmanship.
It basically advises you that a Limonaras's battery should be maintained at this temperature. If it ever goes any higher, you have 0.3 seconds to leave the tank.
That's
Surprise!
And supposedly the distance you're supposed to make is around 6 meters. I don't know what human being can exit a tank, even from a pintle, in under a second, and also make 6 meters distance.
no, it's 1/3 of the second. So,
How many people could fit in a tank there then?
About
well,
10.
if the tank is blowing up, you are probably prepared. Words.
About one? Huh.
Get the
Words fun.
yes.
Oh, by the way, another thing I want to point out that I found out through reading about the Imperium, and I'm sorry this is again going on a tangent, but this is the funniest part to me. Chimeras and Limon Ras variants have not a gas pedal, they have a brake pedal. Which, in case you don't know what that means, basically, much like Soviet tanks, when you press the gas, it does not make it go, it makes it stop. You're meant to apply pressure for it to not go forward. That's also called the dead man's pedal. Because as soon as the driver dies, and you know, the force required to push the gas leaves his body, his body goes limp. The gas pedal will immediately eject, which means it will start speeding forward in a straight line. Considering that despite how valuable these armaments are, the Imperium can still mass produce billions per day, they consider it a wise strategy to just let a Chimera just dogpile into a crowd of enemies or allies as soon as the driver is dead. The Imperium. Anyway, so what is Maximus daily?
Display strength found in ignorance. That'll be very funny. Because
That'd be
Emperor
very easy.
protects. Yes.
Now,
Look, guys, we're going to Alabama. We're going to see our sisters.
Oh no. Oh no.
and we're coming one step closer to me ascending this mortal coil. Would either of you like to exchange your trading cards?
No.
No,
I'm
Maximus
not
keep
gonna
it
give you guys.
for his mustache.
No, this one will actually come in handy.
Will it?
It will.
Good.
Next up, we have Muldoon. Tell us who you are and roll your objective.
Hello, I'm Crazy Pet, playing Baldoon, the Pyromaniac Psyker. Objective is 2. What is...
I didn't know that was a good objective.
Yes, it's really not a good objective.
Interesting.
Next
It's a
to the
dance move, isn't it?
virtues of your training in honor of your already considerable willpower. Willpower stuff. Easy. Easy. And yeah, I'm going to keep my card and I'm pulling Wrath.
And last but not least, we have Dogs 404.
I use Dr. Lulumoon, and I'm being surrounded by cats right now. He won't leave me alone.
They want your flesh.
Remember, cats don't exist.
I play Stocks 404, and my objective is 5. Cleanse the filth of the enemy with holy flame.
How that's very funny.
If things turn out, maybe.
Well, funnily enough, you're heading to the right place,
And you have
Yeah.
a ring.
and you're in the right crowd.
Just use a laser pointer. Muldoon, melt that guy. Does that count?
Maybe. So, will you all give me what happened last time?
Oh boy.
Well, after murdering the
The obliterator
dangerous
thing.
creature that shall not be named
Oh, sorry.
due to regulatory issues with Inquisition, we are not allowed to speak about its actual name.
Oh, I thought it was mainly because they were not blessed, but
It
we
is
were.
a demon, of course.
Yes, that. We'll
I
go with that.
entered that from my memory banks.
Yes.
At least you can have
Set-
mind bleach.
Redacted.
Yes.
Wait!
Well,
You are getting
After-
mind wiped?
after murdering
It was an obliterator. What are we talking?
Just to cut off the Lucas.
Please let out.
Anyway, after murdering it, we proceeded back into the facility to acquire the gear the tech priest was so graciously able to provide us access with before his untimely passing.
Now from there we received a variety of items. I would like to go around. I would like you guys to go around and each tell me of an item we received from the vaults.
I got these plates of metal that belong to Strange Tank Servitor Man with big gun for arm, but no arm for gun, no tank for legs. Just armor. I think he got himself one of those shiny things, I think, ring thingy. And him had very long gun that does very long damage. I forgot
believe
what
we
you
also
got.
got
Favorite.
specialized ammunition for you.
Oh yeah, I
Mexico.
got ammunition that bursts to flames. Yes.
Yes. We were able to acquire specialty ammunition. I was able to acquire a Mechanicus issue rifle. God damn, is
It
that
was a bit more than that.
Be careful with it.
the what's it called? Where's my notes? Here it is. Transuranic Arquebus. I'm pretty sure
Master crafted.
the Master Crafted variant. Yes, I probably butchered the name there, but we'll roll with it.
No, that's
See?
the name.
We should give
Okay.
it to Docs
Sorry,
404 so we don't get in trouble with any other
And-
Mechanicus troops.
Yes, and then for some reason, I blame Mechanicus' love of technology, whether it's good or bad.
And we did not find the toaster.
Yes, I consider that a good thing. But we found some Eldar grenades.
I thought those
I
were
am
Elder eggs.
question-
Also been redacted.
Yeah. Yes, I am questioning why this tech priest and his group had them, but
Oh, I thought they were Eldar eggs because that's how they reproduce, right? Because the Phoenix Hawkses? Yeah, the Phoenix Hawks.
no, they're flat out Eldar grenades.
So they're not eggs.
They're
Huh.
not eggs, they're grenades.
But they look like
They're
eggs.
Halo plasma grenades.
Yes.
No, they're not Halo
Yeah,
plasma
grade 8
grenades.
eggs.
Grade 8 sticky eggs. Ew. Time to hardboil something.
Sorry, subtext.
Well, yes, that is unless there's something we are missing, those are the items in question we were able to find.
Muldoon, what did you get?
He got a rock.
Well, I got a ring for dogs, so you know.
I half
Yeah.
expect you to
Oh,
go
yeah.
Jack seat, but okay.
Yeah, Muldoon did propose to Docs, and Docs did say yes. So, congratulations.
I think the ring
Alright.
is like a Flechette blaster was, or
No,
No.
it's basically an inferno pistol.
It's a
Ah,
laser.
okay.
It's a laser ring that melts things.
Basically, it's a digi weapon inferno pistol. That is to say, it's a ring that once per respite, you can fire an attack of an inferno pistol out of it.
And you are just shooting out an inferno pistol, and you can pick up the inferno pistol and you can use it after that. It's just a 3D printer. It's 3D printing inferno pistols.
Because remember, dogs, in brightest day, in darkest night, beware your power. The
Before we
fucking
fight?
heat of the sun.
Oh. Remember,
yeah,
the
it's-
sun is a deadly laser beam. Now Docs is a deadly laser beam.
Alright, there's your two glory. And I will take over the last bit of planning. Where you guys returned after a massive explosion of the facility.
Oh, yeah.
To the...
Controlled Alt
Yeah.
delete that facility. Alt F4 it.
You left a bubble where the facility was.
And the thing is, the bubble never fully collapsed or filled in. It was just like Minecraft delete.
No,
Never
it did.
updated.
Because I remember I told you that when you came up, you noticed that the ocean was a little bit lower.
Yeah. Many fried fish that day. Of glowing variety.
Maybe.
Fish.
Though since it was plasma incinerated, I doubt there will even be fish. That's just sand now.
Mmm. Charred roasted fish.
Is the phosphaxis still burning under the water?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You wanna go down there and ask?
Yes!
The seas are
Or-
boiling. Good soup.
We just leave the phosphax there. Eventually, this planet becomes completely dry because the phosphax burns the ocean.
Well,
Well,
you know, as you know,
we
the
did our
ocean is
best.
ocean is a soup because it's full of vegetables and meat, and now it's boiling, so it's gonna be a hot bowl of soup. And also has all the seasonings in it too.
Isn't it boiling whenever the sun hits it?
No.
The sea can get comfortably warm in the hours of the noon. I would know.
Well, you are the DM of this setting, so yeah.
Oh no, I mean I would know from real experience.
Oh. That's your fault.
No, it would not be enough just sunlight to boil it.
I'm not saying it's boiling, I'm saying it's comfortably hot.
On
Yeah.
the surface, yes.
Yes.
Go like 5 meters down.
It's a
It's going to
very
still
slow
cold.
boil.
Mm,
It's a very slow boil. If we had the sun up for like let's say 2 months, maybe it would boil.
If you are going to have the sun in it, yeah, it will going to boil.
Okay, everyone. Next channel goal for Big Mac's Twitch channel. If we get 1 million, yeah, okay, 1 million followers, we're gonna stop the sun.
We're gonna begin Operation Stop the Sun.
To
We're
boil
going to
the
perform a
ocean?
dark ritual to stop the sun so we can boil a piece of ocean.
I think it's not just a piece of ocean, it's all the oceans.
It will be fine.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's gonna be something. Boiling
It's
the
gonna-
sun.
Well,
That is
we are
not
like
what we were
seafood.
aiming for, but I guess if we're 2 million, we're gonna boil the sun.
We're going to boil the sun.
Well, I hope you guys like seafood.
Yes. Anyways, after we went back to Erling, she informed us about going after this Harrow guy because of plan to go find him in his meeting zone and finally finish it for all. But also, after Relic, of course, the sisters are still under siege at their little cathedral place. And thinking of, well, since Harrow with mentions and friends and doodads and whatever they are, or heretics, are trying to go to fight Relic and get it, yes, from sisters, methink, yes. Good.
Yes.
Yes. So,
So you convinced
Maximo
Tyler.
elects to go save the sisters so we can stop him from grabbing Relic. Because we know Ereline Lucas had passionate conversation about chasing terrible dreams.
And we got a notification that Ireland
And
is
then we
going to
got
remember
compromised.
this.
Now we got access to a very fast ship to help save sisters, and then possibly, if we're successful, stop Harrow and his friends from actually succeeding in his endeavors.
Yes. And convincing Ireland was much easier than we thought because
Chocolate. It was chocolate.
I'll trust in that. So,
Remember,
skipping
most women love chocolate. They will trust you.
skipping
Ogren
forward in
facts.
time a little. I'm gonna do a little skip forward in time.
Doop-doop-doop-doop.
Where you guys are now in a Munitorum track again, once again, in the back.
Ah,
Wearing your regular outfits this time for a change. And let me bring you over to our little data slate. There we go. And let's change the music a bit to There we go.
Yeah, Maximo just. I know they fixed it up, but the few stitches they missed on the coat is making it very itchy.
So you're
see-
all on your way to, if I may for a second, you're all on your way to the transport hub. Mm, what do I call it last time?
Terminal station?
Let me pull up my notes real quick.
Uh-oh. He's pulling his notes
There
out.
we go.
Everyone run.
Yes. And to the yes, a nearby. You're pulling up to a nearby shuttle bay, where essentially it's a big like landing platform. Well, it's a big array of landing platforms surrounded by local enforcers, where many people of importance come with a little kilolanders and other shuttles, and they just swoosh down. Now, does anybody remember Aralin's plan here?
We steal a shuttle.
We
From
infiltrate.
noblemen.
We infiltrate where the shuttle is, but possibly sneaking our way with the shuttle, and get to the monastery as quickly as possible.
Yes.
Alright, that's showing on two accounts. Muldoon and Dox, do you remember what the plan was?
Well, we are going to have a little distraction by some guys who are ordered by Ireland. And while they are going to make some ruckus, we need to steal a Valkyrie of sort.
And a kilolander?
Yes, that
Yes, so you have been tasked with. Essentially, here's the plan. You are gonna be dropped off near the shuttle bay. Then, the Munitorm track you guys are inside right now is going to crash onto the outskirts of the shuttle bay against the wall. When the enforcers all hide to the position to see what's going on and find out what happened, you guys will use the distraction of the guards to quickly run into the shuttle bay, find an appropriate vehicle, preferably an kilolander, and appropriate from its owner under the guise of having been sent by the mini-storm to impound the vehicle. Now, as soon as they hand you essentially access to the vehicle, you're just gonna take it and take off. And from there, it's up to Art to keep everyone alive.
Oh boy!
You better pray this ship has its brakes working, or else this is gonna be a crash landing.
And by the fact that
Maximo
he
call
thinks
shotgun.
airplanes have brakes, we already know we're dead.
No, for fuck's sake.
I should back up my memory just in case.
Download your terabyte of toaster pics. I don't know. If you don't do this right, we're toast like the toaster.
But yes, it's time to channel your inner Kenny Loggins there.
Oh boy.
Not mentioning the chapel anti-air fire.
Oh yeah.
You know, fun stuff.
Don't be
It's
so
gonna
sure.
be a very fun dogfight.
We're all gonna die.
Poor dogs. Don't
What's
like
this thing
dogs
called
fighting.
G-force again? As you all are sunk into your seats, like kill me, kill me, kill me.
Look, Maximo looks older.
Because of G-force.
It's funny because
ages you.
Lucas does have a respirator, so I guess he's gonna be fine for the most part.
So do we all, yes?
We all have a respirator.
Well,
I don't feel a
you
thing.
do, but question is, will he inform you when he's about to dip to 5G speeds to evade fire? Will he
We
actually
are-
inform you?
We
We are
usually can tell
probably
by
going to
the
do that.
shining light in the back, yes?
Impractical. Moving on.
So yeah, you're all now inside the track, waiting for your stop, so you can disembark and, get in positions.
All right.
What would the characters be doing at this time?
Maximo is checking his equipment and making sure it's all there. Also checking his clothing, and because after he got his clothes mended from the previous fight with the machine that shall not be named, they kind of did a shabby job trying to patch up the work, and he's finding all these loose threads there. Just like,
It's not good. Need to get it fixed later.
It seems slightly off-colored as well.
My thoughts too. Not very presentable. But how about you, Docs? What is your plan? Do good.
In most cases of doing social interactions, I will stay quiet. I am not
Okay.
well known for social interactions.
Unless social interaction is intimidation.
Possibly. Voice in my head.
You have one too? Oh,
I can't tell if it's the Vox communication or something else.
It's warp. It's corrupting your machine.
All I can imagine is just you have what do a verbal do goes amateurs.
At least mine doesn't scream.
Oh, come on, it's just not that bad.
Muldoon is
can
having a
Used to
sorry,
it.
go ahead.
You can get
Muldoon is
used to
having
it.
a presidential debate in his head with all the voices.
All 372 are voting yes.
That's not concerning in the slightest.
Well, every time I'm using some big fire, one is snuffed out, so that's a good thing.
Fair enough.
And all the while, Lucas is just like Maximo before performing checkup on the weapons and gear, make sure everything is stable, ready to go.
but I thought you were the one driving the truck. Who's driving?
I am driving the truck.
No, we have
No,
a
you
full
are
guy.
not.
We have a full guy driving a truck.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That'd be funny. Just Lucas checks his equipment, just reloads his last gun, and just like, aren't you driving the truck? Yeah, I'm driving the truck. Why are your hands off the wheel? Oh yeah.
Why
can
are
just
you back
imagine
here?
I can just imagine Lucas in the back fixing the sights on the Tyrannosaurus Arquebus.
No, just not.
Who's
Just,
driving the truck?
Don't worry. I have the
I-
steering wheel locked. It's to see a bayonet just locked into the dashboard area, keeping the steering wheel from moving, and just like, no wonder why we're not swerving.
Lucas, we're listening to the left. Readjust.
just shift the
It's
knife
like,
a little
I am.
bit.
It's just like I slightly just readjust it, and you just wonder like, why are you moving so slow? Have you seen the traffic? All these people in the way making you go at a snail's pace anyway. That's why.
So eventually the truck comes to a stop. And you hear the voice from the front go, "All right, sirs. We're just a few dozen feet away from the shuttle bay. I advise you get on foot now."
Okay.
Just around the right corner. You can't miss it. I sure won't.
I assume we all get out.
Yeah, the hatch on the back opens. Well, Maximo opens it. There's like a handle inside.
Hello.
You all just jump out. There is a crowd passing from behind. As the attack has stopped, they all just take a moment and look up at you like as you're all descending.
We are Assassin's Creeding into the crowd.
Suddenly, there is a there is a mechanic who's an ogre in a guardsman inside you, stepping out of attack.
It is the weirdest bar joke ever. Don't worry, it is a really banger on the end.
Oh.
They're not suspecting you due to the fact that there is another just regular guy who has very weird hair, and they're suspecting he's actually the protagonist who's going to soon start doing plot stuff.
I see.
Ah, the fall guy.
The other fall guy. So I assume you begin making headway to the shuttle bay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I will remind you this area is guarded by enforcers, and all of you are basically wanted fugitives. In case you forgot that part, just saying. So I would like you to make me some appropriate tests of your choice, depending on how you're gonna explain it, about how you're going to, let's say, approach inconspicuously.
I put on my MILF hat.
Man, I'm a fraud.
Not what I meant. I'm glad you do, but not what I meant.
But you said we need disguise, yes?
Not what
Look
I was talking about.
inconspicuous.
I was saying, what kind of skill would you like to use to essentially approach the facility unnoticed, sorry, the shuttle bay unnoticed, and I want to hear your justification for using that skill. Like, what are you doing to use that skill?
Well, I put on my hat and I'm potentially do stealth. Because I can't find a good reason to do athletics. That would be too weird.
Right, so Maximo is going to try to merge into the crowd as a 10-foot tall ogre warrior with golden epaulets. Got it.
Well,
Roll me stealth.
I still have my MILF hat. Yes. 1.
Oh boy.
You know what? I'm going to use a wrath point.
Alright.
C4. Much better. Man, I like frogs.
C4?
No!
It's plastic.
Lots of that left in the truck. For reasons.
I am the stealthiest ogre in the galaxy. No one can ever notice Maximo, even if he's wearing a bright red
You
coat.
notice some enforcers look at the data slate as you pass by near the entrance, and you do not noticing them. So you don't think where you tilt down and pull on the peak of your hat, and they just look at each other, look back at the data slate,
Man,
look
he
back
likes
at
frogs.
you, and they just nod to each other and keep watching.
Yep, they just like, yep, I like frogs too. Move on.
All right, next up is Art. How is Art going to inconspicuously approach the the shuttle bay?
And-
Okay, here's the question. How much of a crowd of people are close to the shuttle bay entrance?
This is a shrine city, and it's like the capital of a shrine world. So to say they're packed like sardines in a can is an understatement.
Ooh, bet like
Very
two sardines in
dense.
one can.
Okay, I'm gonna use the crowd to my advantage and slide my way through there.
Name a
Now
skill.
I have a question. Is the way you're gonna do this just Lucas waiting until all of his teammates have made distance and then just taking off his mask and blending with the crowd. That's complete John Doe.
That yes. So once everyone else makes their move, I take you. You do not even see this. Helmet off, mask off, John Doe my way through.
Yeah, and you have like the chameleon-like cloak, which normally looks like a regular like cloak. You look like a pilgrim basically,
Yep.
and you even have the little cane from the arquebus if you want to use it as a walking cane.
Exactly.
All right, you know what? I like this idea a lot, even though I basically made the whole description for you. Roll me stealth with 2 extra dice.
Sweet.
You cheater.
It's not my fault that I got the stuff.
It's not his fault that he hasn't shown
Ooh.
his face for a whole campaign.
That is true.
Stupid, sexy Lucas.
You know what?
Hmm.
Fine by me, that complication.
Someone in the team see your face.
No.
No, no, no.
fangirl. Fangirl. Out of nowhere, a fangirl showed up. Please,
You'll see
sign
what
me.
this complication means.
Oh boy.
He drops a shovel. Oh no.
I find a better shovel on the shuttle.
So, you continue on. Now, on to our next one. Muldoon, how are you going to approach the facility?
I was thinking about like using leadership to inspire some people who are like, making a little crowd around me, so they can
What are
cover
you gonna-
me.
Okay,
Just talking about the emperor and stuff.
Corral
The
people
Emperor.
into a riot.
Yes, the emperor.
I think that's more of a scholar then.
Well,
I thought it would be a leadership test.
Well, a leadership test would be if he wants to like incite them to do something.
Yeah.
If he's just retorting,
So if I try to like order some people like
if
they
you try
are
to instigate a riot, it's leadership, yes.
No, not I don't try to get the fucking riot. I try to like send one or two people at the enforcers when I'm getting close to them, like influence them.
So basically, when you notice the enforcer begin to check as you approach, you just are going to be like, you're just gonna turn to some people and be like, what? Like, help me out here. What exactly are you trying to tell these people to to incite them to approach the enforcers?
Shit
Using
talk
leadership.
about probably the enforcers that I saw some really shady stuff what they are doing. So I
So you are inciting the crowd to move against the enforcers.
I guess letting
Oh
the crowd
my
out, yes.
god.
I thought it would be more funny, just like provoke the pilgrims
Hold
to
on,
go.
hold on.
The enforcers are handing out the intro
Well,
transcripts.
it's not true because I see some really fucked up shit what the enforcers are
Yeah, you know what?
doing.
You are speaking the truth. That's the funny part.
But will the
You know what?
citizens
Sure,
know?
make me a leadership. Make me a leadership test. Depending on how well
Oh,
this.
boy.
Okay, that's a 2. Would you
No.
like to keep that?
Here's your F, sir.
Now,
That's a
depending on
4.
how well this goes, there might be
4.
varying results here. Alright, that's a 4. I'll tell you what happens to your end, but as you're moving through the crowd, you begin to like gather this following of people as you're talking to them about, oh, you see the enforcers there, I've seen them do terrible things and all of that. you begin to amass a little bit of a following of people being like, yeah, what was that? And they did what? What? They attacked who? What? They,
What do you mean they
you
called my
know,
mother fat?
they are working with who? Cult, cultists? What? No, you wouldn't tell them about cults, but just
No, no,
for the
no,
sake of
no.
the joke. For the sake of the joke. Uh,
Demons?
and last but not
Chaos?
least, dogs. What are you doing to approach?
He's going through the maintenance area and just ignoring the guards altogether. You just don't mind me. I'm going to
Somewhat,
maintenance.
but to make sure, use my I think a bit of my awareness and using my let's see, what was it? I auger array. I'll keep track of where all the guards are and just try to go around them and such.
Are you using your array to avoid the patrol lines?
Yeah.
So you mean tell me that in this stealth situation, all Muldoon is going to do is just press tab to open the Helldiver radar and just check where the patrols are so you can avoid them?
That's what Dox is doing,
Dots
not
is,
Muldoon.
yeah.
Muldoon is just causing a ruckus.
Yeah, I'm always confusing them. They're the same to me.
Why?
You will both die. You both came late and will die early.
Understandable.
That's what she said?
Maybe.
So
Well-
yeah, I'm gonna keep away from the guard sight lines and not go through patrol patterns and keep my awareness to make sure I don't get caught.
Sounds
Well, he
spooky.
literally said awareness check.
I mean, it's hard to hide a cult mechanicus around here and stuff.
All right,
So-
make me an
Well,
awareness
you
test.
did hide a Maximo, so.
Eh. 5.
Oh, good job.
You can see it coming.
All right, you manage to keep yourself alert enough with your auspex and other sensories to avoid to basically always keep out of sight when they're looking. To be fair, for a Mechanicus, it's not hard to pass for a pilgrim.
Eh.
It's funny how everybody in the Imperium wears the same colors.
Thanks to that.
Dark blues, blacks, and reds.
It's the
But
other
what about
colors
the
that'll
piss
stand
yellow?
out.
The piece yellow is only worn by the finest.
Oh,
Anyway,
Why do I hear a ride behind me?
don't worry about it.
so now have to. You know what? No, I want to roll something. Muldoon, roll me d6.
Oh, yay. That's a 4.
That's a 4. That's a that's an icon. All right, so here's what happens.
Or will it?
The as you all trying to avoid, as you all make it fairly close to the saddle bay, you see the truck begin to approach through the crowd. And as soon as it has a clear shot to just swerve into the saddle bay, you hear the scratching of tires as the driver quickly snaps the wheel to the right and in a wild turn where civilians are diving out of the way all of a sudden not be hit, some of them get minorly injured, maybe broken femur. It just smashes into the wall,
Oh no.
and breaking through the wall and smashing into a metallic structure behind it, the truck comes to a halt as it begins to bellow with smoke. The driver immediately goes limp, and some of you that have a higher perception, aka dogs, can tell he's faking unconsciousness.
Or you took a bit of a Minestrone medicine to knock himself out.
You think you think we can afford those?
Inquisition, thank you. They can afford
With
anything. They don't need to afford
You think
anything.
we
They
can
just take it.
afford it?
You think we can afford it? Our interrogator is Ireland. She cannot even afford to have us melta bombs.
Because her rank is too low. She needs to up it.
It's her fault for laying me out in the field while I should be working on paperwork.
Well, you can let her
I
know
am
that
a
next time
Lex
we meet.
mechanic. That's all I do.
So yeah, he crashes into the wall. Enforcers immediately rush his position with shotguns and stun batons. And you can possibly tell what the explanation of what happened is going to look like. But as soon as the enforcers begin to go there, the people around Muldoon see this as their chance to rally them. And a small contingent of the crowd rushes towards the enforcers holding shotguns and stun batons, who are completely taken by surprise by the fact that they are focusing on the crashed truck next to them. So the civilians managed to like sort of dogpile them, at least a few of them. There's still like another dozen behind that just sees the first shoe go down, and then they immediately begin to open fire.
Oh,
As they
boy.
open fire into the crowd, some start to disperse while others takes this as a sign that there is basically some sort of civil unrest episode and use this chance to charge in as well.
Uh-oh.
So you essentially have like 2/3 of the crowds who are clearing out, another third of the crowd now storming the shuttle bay. And among them, you hear one voice go, "Storm the shuttle bay! It's where all the rich people are!" Yeah, why do they get better treatment than us?
Oh boy.
Here we go. Here we
And
go.
suddenly begins a French Revolution outside the shuttle bay.
Oh, great.
They're storming the Bastille now, and we can. And we,
Using fire. Everything
Muldoon,
is on fire.
You seen what just blasted off on this one? It just took off in the distance into space, you know, just sky high with this one. It just like it's astronomical. With the puns I'm using with space I'm having here. We're going to fly
I
off
hope
with
you're
this one.
comfortable enough and have enough space for you.
well,
Don't worry, we'll be sky high in the Mile High Club soon. So
no,
No. No.
I forbid you.
This is what you brought on.
this is why you stick Maximo in the trunk of the.
I didn't bring shit. He brought this upon himself.
So I'm assuming my complications are gonna start coming in, or
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Somebody bumps you from the crowd as you are making your way into the shuttle bay. You don't pay much attention in the moment. But yeah,
Oh no.
as soon as you all make it into the shuttle bay, Lucas, you reach and put on your mask back on and your cowl, and then you reach for the helmet.
someone stole my helmet.
It seems you may have dropped your helmet in the bump. So now you're just wearing a cowl and a gas mask with a skull plate, no helmet.
I
Look,
didn't
I found
already
it.
look like the visage of death to begin with.
But you need to show your hair now.
No,
You've already seen my
it's
hair.
no. It doesn't show the hair. It's like a bodysuit cowl over a gas mask, basically.
So we just get him a new bucket for a hat.
Yeah, he basically he lost his nice Stahlhelm with a spike. Actually, you know what? Hold on a moment.
Gonna have to.
Uh,
Gonna have to
Hold
do
on
it.
a moment.
make it
Actually,
less
you know what? You will
inconspicuous.
not lose your helmet. That seems a bit too mean for no reason. Instead, you're gonna lose another piece of equipment.
Your another leg.
Suddenly
Let's see
lost.
what do you have.
Can we just add something into his pocket? Just like here, a flyer about some type of advertisement from some type of.
No,
Merchant's
you know
Guild?
what? You know what? I have a better idea.
Need to talk
Why
to you
did I
about your
lose?
Aeronautica's warranty.
Um, so you reach for the helmet, and you notice next to the helmet a latch has been undone on one of the containers on your belt,
Uh-oh.
and one of the 6 plasma grenades is missing.
Oh
Oh.
no!
Someone got the Eldar egg. They're gonna blow up. They suddenly exploded.
That's not good.
So there's probably a civilian out there who bumped into you, a grenade fell out of your pocket, and either they didn't see it, and there's a grenade somewhere in the crowd waiting for somebody to break the pin by stepping on it or something like that,
Oh, look at the cherub egg. I didn't know they could lay eggs.
or somebody saw it,
And
and
is
there's
about
now
to
somebody in the crowd with a grenade.
Well,
Which scenario
that's-
is worse? We want to know.
Well,
Yes.
Well-
we can. I can always spin a wrath plane for to make it detonate.
Do not steal my job here.
But it's my
Didn't it?
sacrifice of a wrath plane.
I would probably say Doc's notices this as well, just because he's got this better perception. We both look at each other and like, both in agreement. Yeah,
Walk away
this
faster.
we need to get moving now. You just see both of us picking up the pace. It's like, where did that energy come from?
So you all rush into the shuttle bay as the doors lie open and the enforcers are nowhere to be found. And you find one of the Aquila landers. And as you convert around its position, you basically see 4 figures. One is clearly a pilot, as denoted by their gear. Next to the pilot is this corpulent figure with a little soul patch and mustache, who appears to be wearing gaudy clothes and looking out into the crowd with worry. And flanking him side by side is a man who appears to be essentially wearing a stenographer, like a harness, so he's constantly typing stuff. And on the other side, you have somebody who appears to be wearing more scrolls than coat. His coat is more scrolls than coat. And he appears to be denoting of things to write to the other one.
Oh
That's the closest Aquila lander to you. And as you approach these figures in a hurry, the noble looks to you, the corpulent figure, and goes, excuse me, can you tell me what's going on over there?
Things.
And I put my head on his head. Give him that MILF hat. And proceed to use the Looney Tunes blinding the man with the hat.
You put your big hat on his head, and he
Looney Tunes
he
him
like
blind.
tries to
with
take it off, and also throws off his wig. You can see he's balding underneath. He had like one of those curly white wigs.
No, hat is better on you. You look great. Fabulous. Like, very beautiful.
I don't have time for this. What is going on over there? I am meant to shoot. I am meant to go to one of the grand cathedrals today. I just landed here.
Good.
What
You
is
come
going
with
on?
us then.
No, I just came here from my estate.
Well, Maximo's using his strength and ignorance of just ignoring the situation and just trying to comedically just ignore him.
I wouldn't say this exactly that, but would anyone like to try to explain the situation to this fellow in a way where you can acquire your Aquila lander, perhaps in the process?
Can we
Docs, Docs, do your jump scare.
Can we just
No.
like, for the name of the emperor, we are, like cops are doing in the movies? Like, give me your car. I need to get a bad guy.
By chance,
Get
do
out
any
of your car.
do any of
I
us
don't
actually
know.
have an inquisitorial symbol? Some type
Yes.
of
Oh, yeah.
authority? Just flash it in his face. He'll bend to his knees.
Most people don't know of the Inquisition, right?
Yeah.
Most people,
I
know,
got
everyone
the
knows
symbol
about the
of
Inquisition.
Mechanicus and Inquisition.
All nobles know about the Inquisition.
No, they don't.
Yes. Fine. What if I spend a wrath point to say he does?
Oh no.
And then we'll
Please
have to kill
no.
him.
Yeah.
Well, alright. Molten meme it is.
Muldoon, melt this man.
But yes, back to the point. Are you going to actually tell him like we need your Aquila lander in the name of the Emperor?
Sure.
Make him a persuasion test.
I'm terrible at persuasion.
And why?
How ironic.
He looks at you and and as the pilot like starts reaching for the access to the Aquila lander, just puts a hand on her shoulder and goes, "No, no, no, no. What is going on here? Why do you wish to get my Aquila lander? And who are these people at the gate?"
They are ruffians, unruly citizens. They are starting situations, bad situations. Want to get out of here, not get hurt.
Somebody want to help the Ogre?
Because we are personal guard of great people. Yes, look, uniform, good, perfect. Same as his.
Alright, how do we explain this to him?
Maximo can be smart, but he's not going to carry the team.
Yeah. And Lucas is more along the lines of, I'm going to shoot him if I have to, so...
Well, let's not resort to that yet.
Yeah.
Can any of you actually talk to this man?
No, we
Yeah.
don't like talking.
Our greatest weakness, social skills.
Yep.
Well, I do get bonuses in leadership tests with my Vistorian tag. So, I could try to
You
leadership.
could attempt to make an inspiring speech, Maximo, to
Yeah.
I mean,
convince him to hand you the Aquila lander.
I only have a leadership of 2. Plus 1 because of my bonus die of Vestroia.
If your speech is really good, 2 might just be enough.
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you'd be no better than me.
Will it be okay to spend 1 glory point?
Sure.
Sure.
Alright. Alright, doing a leadership test to see if we
First
can
of
get...
all, give me your speech, then I'll decide the difficulty.
Alright, let's see here. Maximo will actually straighten his uniform and just...
It is all important duty that guardsmen of his holy throne to actually protect the nobles of the Imperium. You are such citizen who is too noble to be sacrificed with these ruffians and unruly citizens that could potentially put a threat to your life. We are here to escort you to safety to the nearest sister location of the Iban Chalice. For there, you will be protected from these riots, and you will be, well, able to afford your peace.
Are we going to just kidnap him?
Alright, roll me leadership to attempt to kidnap a noble.
Hey, 5 in glory.
Fucking hell.
Fuck.
Roll 20's
trip.
like, I like your speech.
You know what?
just like when you're just like, man, this man is dumb, and just like, why is he speaking perfect Gothic?
You know what? He takes a moment to think about it and goes, yes, it must be the Emperor's work. Yes, that means I'm truly important in my reasoning. Indeed, yes. I agree with you, big man.
His Ogren,
Stands there. He just
Maximo
says, save me, and just stands there with his arms open.
Maximo will do the Imperial Quilla as best he can in his uniform, and just of all the important duties of Asturian Guard, must protect the nobles. And just come with us.
And the pilot goes, so do I give them access to the pilot, sir? And he turns to her and goes, you are a good pilot.
You drive us to the Cathedral of the Evangelis.
He then looks to the four of you. Are any of you good pilots?
Shoving Lucas forward.
Maximo is about to step forward.
Immediately shove Lucas
Yeah,
forward.
he basically hands you her. Essentially, hands you her access to the cockpit.
Oh boy.
That he was holding out, and he hands her his last gun that he was keeping in his belt and goes, "Go there and make sure these ruffians don't come after me. Do this as your duty to the house. Yes, go." And he shoves her towards the crowd and he's holding the last gun. Like,
Yeah, it's your problem. All right, you new bodyguards, come with me. You look more professional than this nerd. Sir, no, go away. Stop the ruffians from chasing me. Gosman, come with me. Just...
The idea here, Big, that we have. Actually, hold on. Let me see something, because if my math is correct, where is it? Aeronautic Imperialis, there we go.
Close to the capacity.
Yeah, an Aquila lander can only take 7 passengers
Oh.
and 1 pilot. Which to say, yeah, all of you could fit. But you also get the notice that he doesn't think there is enough room for the passengers because Maximo takes 2.
No, not with my inviolable grace.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know that.
And Maximo is average size, not large.
You are thick. Deal
You're
with
over.
it.
Actually, I am large.
Well, if you want, you can learn an insight to see why he doesn't want you to.
Sure, why not?
He doesn't want a plus. He doesn't want full capacity, basically.
It's 3.
All of you can do this if you want to.
See? Ogrins are great
Yeah.
bodyguards. Why wouldn't he
Yeah,
want to be
sure,
next to
why
them?
not?
They're very
Nice
loyal
shot,
if
but
you
it
feed them.
won't get good.
Nope. I got a 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
2
it's
in a
glory.
glory
Great.
with the
Right.
1 die.
A 2 will fail, however, but Muldoon, feel free to try.
I rolled already. It's a 3.
Oh, 3. Okay, so Muldoon and Maximo, you get the idea that the reason he's condemning her to basically charge into a crowd of protesters and possibly die is because he wants to have some extra space for himself, so he doesn't have to be next to anybody.
Don't worry, we could tape Doc's 404 outside. We got straps.
And we are going to sit next to him. Don't worry.
He's
won't.
wind
The
resistant.
Psyker and the Maximo.
Wasn't
He's
there
wind
2 more
resistant.
There.
Okay. But wait. See, we got 1 in the front and 7 in the back. So we only take a space of 3. Actually 4. And 4 out of 7 is 3 spots left.
Okay, so it's him, his chronicler, and the guy who's writing for the chronicler.
Those two can stay
then it-
behind.
He's not
The
leaving his
nobles didn't
chronicler
pour-
behind. They need to write his epic. His tale of grandeur.
Just have one of them then.
No, he needs both of them. One needs to tell the other what to write. You chose to bring them along. What? You have a problem with them now?
Well, no problem with the mobile. Docs can do the rest of that. He can record this man. Docs knows how to listen to people with long speeches. He set
That's how I got
out on the whole
this ship.
dialogue tree of this one, the Vector guy.
Well,
For your
looks like
information,
Dox is
dogs were not
devoted.
condemning you to this fate.
Dox is devoted.
Darn. You're
Thank
now
the
Lex
Omnissiah.
schematic, Lex mechanic, able to record people's memos and epics. Oh, okay. Fine. He could stay behind. What a nerd. His loss.
Yeah, so he's sending off his pilot to die because he does not want to leave his chroniclers behind and because he wants to sit comfortably inside his ship.
What do you mean to
He could
die?
sit in-
It's nothing happening there. It's just a little bit of roughhousing.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Get a grenade! Somewhere in the middle.
Give the noble a grenade and just let him just best of luck and just leave. Remember, it's a special Eldar grenade. Do not crack it open. It's not delicious.
It's a Kinder egg.
Just pull the pin and just enjoy the
This is not
surprise.
killing all the Americans.
So while you guys get in the passenger seats, I immediately start pre-flight checkup as quickly and safely as possible to make sure this thing can fly.
Do you even know what is a pre-flight checkup, Mr.?
I was given the basics. What's the worst that could happen?
You know what, mister? I was given the basic roll me an intelligence, an
Oh,
intellect check.
no.
Good luck.
I got it right.
Surprise.
You know how to start it up, yeah. Landing it will be a
Oh.
bit crazy, but you know.
We are not going to stop. Ah. The easy way, of course.
So
You
long
know
as they
how to
gotta
get
hang.
started.
Yep.
Alright. So you all convince a noble that you're gonna take him to safety, and you take him to inside his Aquila lander with his chronicler and scribe, so that they can survive this ongoing onslaught of rioters and civilians. And
For them.
yes, because that is the Emperor's wish. Now, Lucas, roll a
Mhm.
pilot check to
Oh,
get this thing
boy.
started.
All right. Got a total of 8 die because my pilot rating is 4. My agility's goddamn 4.
I was wondering why did I had a pilot check of
Oh
8 in my
God, have
character sheet.
mercy.
Well, roll on a vehicle complication table.
What is a landing gear?
At least we are not in the air and we are not getting shot. Yet.
So what am I rolling for vehicle complication?
I believe it's a D6. I'm not really sure.
I'll tell you. No. I'll tell you this about what happens. As you start her up, you see a little red light on the board, essentially.
Oh, no, we
Something
forgot
about-
to goddamn put.
Something about the hatch. But you check through the little window that connects the back. You see the hatch is closed. Must be just
Uh-oh.
faulty lights. and you start flying.
Uh-oh. I go on to the intercom. Make sure you're all fastened in. This is probably gonna be a bumpy.
Here we go. I'll send it over to you, Reaper.
Make sure
Uh,
you're fastened in.
as you fly up, as you're sending me the rules about vehicles, I do have charge of steel open.
Yeah, the vehicle complication table.
Yeah, that wasn't the
Page.
vehicle complication. It was a complication on starting the vehicle.
Well, still technically it's a vehicle complication.
He just flips that VR, it explodes.
Yeah, vehicle
Okay,
suffers one
let me
mortal
put it this
there we go.
way. It was a complication on the console of the vehicle, not on the vehicle itself.
Well, okay, fine. I'm not gonna fight this.
All right.
There we go. We may now continue.
No, I'm gonna
Uh,
continue. Just kidding.
At any point, do we hear a massive explosion of what sounds like a grenade?
Yeah,
didn't spend-
about as soon as you take off.
Oh fuck.
Well, that's their
But half
problem.
of the team doesn't even know because, you know that.
Yeah, you all just hear
Dogs know that.
a loud explosion and you see a giant white light from beneath you
And we just...
for an instance.
What the hell was that?
And Maximo just lean over to the noble. See? Divine intervention.
He
Oh
nods,
my God.
worried.
All the while, Docs is just looking towards the pilot. See, I hear that explosion. I'm just thinking to myself, I really should have secured that box better.
By the way, there is basically a second cockpit essentially on an Aquila lander that doesn't have any gear, but it can be used to look outside of the lander by one of the passengers. Who would
Yep.
like to sit there?
Throwing the...
I'd
It should
recommend
probably be
Docs.
dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Maximo called shotgun.
No.
Oh,
We need someone with the tech specs and Ogren bodyguard. Let's put it that way.
But I fixed radio before.
This is not a raid.
This is a
The-
machine that is more complicated than a radio that is the equivalent of a walkie-talkie just one way.
Oh,
As you are all seated in, you see the noble has like sat on there's like 6 seats, and he sat on like the far front of the right. Maximo is on the far back of the right, and there's just an empty seat. And every time Maximo tries to get close, you're like, no, that's good enough there.
I was half expecting Maximo just be cradling this man and just petting him slowly and just to keep him calm. Just like
He doesn't want to
look
be
at
near you. normal
pedigree
people.
pet, even though he's no pet.
All right, now let's see about doing this now. Is this gonna be a good tag for it? Oh yeah, this will do. And for those who want to put danger zone in the background, go ahead.
No.
I don't think I could assist back here.
Or can you?
So,
Maybe?
and now I'm gonna be listening to danger zone.
No.
Oh no.
So, let me lower this a little. So, you're all in the sky. Where you start hearing sirens from the city underneath. And you hear a crinkle on the lander's Vox from an incoming transmission, Lucas.
Oh boy.
Do you accept the transmission?
I am concerned as to what this transmission might be, but don't exactly have much of a choice, and it's probably something extremely important. So I just looked at Docs, and I just tell him to just nod, like, be ready as I go ahead and accept the transmission.
You see a little symbol of the planetary enforcers, and you hear a voice go, unidentified Aquila Lander, this is General Haddock, sorry, this is Sergeant Haddock of the Planetary Enforcers of Famines Bastion. What is your purpose for flying in the city?
Alright. Time to play hardball. What is the name of the kill lander, or is it just a standard one?
The standard one.
I thought the noble haven't named it.
Very much true. We're currently carrying an important VIP noble outside of a riot engagement zone, flying it to location for safety. Closest location to safety under the sisters' watch. Watch for temporary measures, sir.
The nearby sister shrine is out of limit, Aquila Lander. Turn around and land.
Negative.
Oh boy.
Sir, if you ask us to land, we'll be putting this noble in danger, and it could lead to massive repercussions, sir.
Aquila Lander, this is your last warning. The area is out of limits to you. It is not commercially available. Land the vehicle immediately, or you will face repercussions by the law.
I look at Doc's like, gun it?
Yeah.
Dox just gives the mechanic a stare.
That's pretty much your confirmation, just floor it.
But sir, Freebird was plague.
I just tell him, unfortunately, sir, the noble has a gun to my head, so I'm gonna have to politely ignore your orders as I turn it off and proceed to keep going to the cathedral.
Of it your way, Aquila Lander. You're now under chase by the enforcers of Amin's Bastion for breaking the law of the Lex, and we will hunt you down.
Mind you,
the dispatch closes.
I was gonna say, I technically turned off the dispatch first, so I don't
Then
even know
never
what
mind.
he said.
Then never mind.
In the middle
Yeah.
of his speech, he's just whoop.
Look, we're flying here. Give us a moment. Click.
All right.
I'll try to assist with piloting if I can.
Yep, we're gonna need it.
I mean, all I could do is give you 2 successes just off the bat there, so...
No, that's honestly gonna be good. Well, that's honestly gonna be helpful. Trust me.
Why are the dire turrets slowly starting to turn to us, Lucas?
Have you forgotten that these people aren't exactly loyalists anymore? But I'm not gonna get into that whole debate at the moment.
Oh boy.
This is your co-pilot speaking through the box backward here. We're gonna see some turbulence and possible harassment from outside forces. Please buckle up and be prepared for situation.
Oh boy.
So, let's see here. So now coming after you, as you're flying above the skies. Oh boy.
They're not gonna catch up to us.
Uh,
Thing is, we have Turbo Boost 6, which means we can go times 6 speed.
yes.
But how are we going to stop? That's the question.
By stopping.
And
That's future
that is
problems.
good and all.
But-
Let me see here. Ah, yes. So, does anybody here know what a lightning is?
Nope.
They have access to those? Really?
Oh,
Nerds.
No.
We didn't steal one of that.
It's a
They have those in-
one-seater.
Well, I'll tell you this. They do not have a lightning.
It's worse.
Because also we don't have stats for that right now, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to change some things on the fly here.
And I hope they don't
You know
actually
what?
have a Thunderbolt because that'll be even worse.
Oh, don't worry, they don't.
Good.
Ah, yes, I know what they would have though.
A Valkyrie gunship?
No.
No.
Oh.
Two
expensive.
Valkyrie gunships.
Two
You
Valkyrie.
see two Arvus lighters flying of the sky behind you.
That's comedic.
And oh, well, shit.
Where?
Our pilot had to step away for a second. Anyway, I'll go into the description now of. You see, two Arvus lighters take up after you, and basically they have like the enforcer colors on them. On the hull, as you can see them docks. And they appear to not really be trying to engage with you in the air as much as they are like,
Trying to force you down?
not necessarily, they're just pulling up by your sides and
Yeah.
just stink eyeing you like, you know,
We're gonna follow you.
yeah.
How close are they?
You're inside the passage, you're inside the passenger area.
Oh, I
You can't even see
it.
them.
Boo.
You guys have no windows.
Why didn't we leave the doors open? You know, let some fresh air in.
Technically, you could do that if you really want to. We'll just have to tie everyone down.
Does the nobleman believe in seatbelts?
Well, he has to now.
He seems to be.
He needs to.
Good, he listened to my Voxcast there.
It's a bumpy ride. Huh.
Now we need to wait for a pilot before I say the next. Oh, there he is.
Yes.
There you
So,
are.
they pull up with two Arvus lighters side by side as you're flying towards the thing. You have not engaged turbos yet, so they just kind of come to your side and just hover around you.
I believe they're just
Um,
following us.
Yep.
And Lucas, and Docs, as you look from your cabin, you see one of the enforcers piloting, gesturing down, as in, you know, land.
Just
Oh,
mechanics
boy.
stare at him.
He
Stare
just
him back.
gave them a creepy stare.
Alright,
Just-
in that case, he's gonna try to swerve into you now.
Of course he is.
Oh, ramming with an air vehicle? That's kind of a...
It's
Well,
an Arvus lighter, it's basically a chimera with wings.
And
well,
they're getting aggressive of me. Just
ramming air
staring at
vehicles
them.
is its own little challenge. But best of luck.
Kidding aggressive immediately with the Mechanicus. That's not a good idea.
Binary screeching happens.
So,
might be a thing, but I don't know.
Yeah. Don't you have subvert machine or something and cause machines to malfunction or something?
That's a psychic power.
No, not
I
fine.
do
It
have.
is a psychic power.
I know it
do
is.
have signal boost.
Yeah.
In which case I could use interaction attacks to tech on stuff.
Yeah. So interaction attack their ship to just turn off and fall. You can do that, right? Every mechanic have a wireless key fob to every vehicle.
Do you honestly think the Irish lighter is so advanced in technology that you can just shut it down with a simple command? That thing still burns charcoal.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm literally flying the equivalent of a cargo ship, essentially.
No, you're flying a limousine basically. They are flying trucks. And I would like Lucas to make me a pilot test to avoid the swerve
Oh, joy.
from the ram.
And could I give assistance with my statistical certainty?
Sure.
So he gets, I think, +2.
What's your total pilot?
My pilot is 2, so he gets.
Okay, so whatever Lucas rolls
Two
plus 2
icons.
successes. Yeah.
Alright. That is a 9 with complication. What is with complications?
You
We're
had
gonna get the vehicle
one
complications.
job.
Why is that button so flashing?
It says it's the hatch, but the hatch is closed.
Well,
Which hatch?
completely forgets the cargo hatch was open. All his luggage is gone.
Right, roll me d6 there, Art.
Oh no.
5.
5. Hang up. The vehicle's maneuverability is reduced by half until the end of the next round.
Oh,
no.
you gotta be
So
kidding
you
me.
basically have to do a quick pull to drop speed by drawing in the updraft. So basically he pulls right in front of you by swerving into you.
Pretty much. Dodge
And then
this.
you hear a dispatch from the Irish lighter ahead of you and says, "Alright, have it your way." And you see the hatch open on the back where you see a bunch of enforcers. And on the
Oh.
forefront there's 2 of them, with one of them holding the front and the other the back of a rocket launcher aiming at you.
Oh,
Now that's
no.
that's just cheating.
I suggest dodge.
Aye, aye,
So they're
Piccolo,
going to
aye,
attempt
aye.
to fire a rocket launcher at you.
Ain't that something?
Now
Because
that,
the Irish lighter doesn't have weapons on it, but doesn't mean it doesn't have weapons in it.
But the thing is, the Arvis Slater has a crew compartment in the back. That's it.
Meanwhile, Bumpy Ride and, Fox Beats. What is happening up there?
It has a what department in the back?
I think just a hatch in the back, or does it have
Yeah, it
hatches on the sides too? I have to look.
It has multiple hatches. It's a big truck vehicle.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, so they basically open the cargo, essentially, and there's just 2 enforcers holding a rocket launcher there, holding the expendable right in front of you.
And they're just saying, "Eat this."
Wish I could do a tech test to make them misfire and stuff.
yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens, because first they have to hit. So they're gonna be firing a frag missile at you.
Oh, you
Oh.
son of a.
Well, it's not that bad.
Now remember,
Bad.
they need to actually hit first.
Yeah.
See, our Aquila
Considering
lander.
turbulence is a thing, considering air turbulence is still a thing.
Well, see, our Aquila's lander's maneuverability is a 7. Have to make it 4.
Alright? So they need to beat a 4 to
They
hit
need
you.
a 4 better to hit us.
Also, one thing I don't think they're accounting for in this situation is the fact that the rocket
a heavy
launcher will
weapon.
generate some like blast bug, and I wonder where the blast bug is gonna go. But that's a different story.
But the thing
Yeah.
is, they're also firing a heavy weapon in a mobile vehicle, which means they counted as moving and firing a heavy weapon, which means they should get a penalty.
Yeah.
We should have what? Sorry.
A penalty. You know,
Oh, okay.
because they don't. Yeah.
So they're trying to beat a 6, basically, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, because, you know, trying to aim a rocket launcher on the back of an airship trying to dodge your shot, that's a bit difficult.
Alright. They still get 1 bonus die from the extra guy manning it.
Okay.
Yeah. Nope.
That's a 4.
Thank fucking.
Yeah, you see
Whizzes
the
right
whiz
by.
past the wing and just boom, blow behind you. And everybody else hears the explosion without knowing what's going on outside.
Maximo would just say,
See? They're coming after you. This is why we protect you.
Maximo, the most reassuring one here.
Can we open the side doors?
what side doors?
I don't know. Does it have a side doors?
No.
No,
No.
that's the thing they have. Has side doors.
Yeah.
So instead of that, by the way, in case anybody is asking how this guy is staying stable in the middle of a dogfight, mag boots.
Yep. Now for the backblast.
Now the guys on your side, the other arbus lighter, you see them open the hatch to the side, and there stands one enforcer with a combat shotgun, who's going to try to fire a target on the cockpit.
Really?
That's a cold shot.
Yes, that is a cold shot.
But is he trooped?
What?
Is he a troop?
For this purpose, we're just taking the cinematic approach. So
Okay. Okay.
Well, let's see if he's actually got steady aim considering on a moving
what's your
vehicle.
defense, Art?
My defense.
Lucas, I mean.
Defense is a two.
Okay, so you can get +2 from cover
Yep.
because he's trying to shoot you through the cover of your cockpit. So he has to beat a 4.
Isn't that armor glass supposed to take on the re-entry of atmosphere?
Well, yes, but he's supposed to take a slug.
Yes, because of meteoric debris. Organ facts of the day.
Let me just remind you that if a meteorite debris hits that glass, the pilot and everybody behind him is dead.
Exactly. That's
That debris
why.
will go straight through. We're talking about Imperial aircraft. The only
Yeah.
thing, one of the deadliest thing in the Imperium for the Imperium.
Is the Imperial.
That's it too. He fires a bird shot at your window and it doesn't do anything.
A bird hits the window.
No, bird shot.
Yeah.
He shot a bird at the window. I know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
He shoots
a
a bunch of
clown.
pigeons at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could say he had a pigeon shot.
So, Lucas, what would you like to do to deal with one of these two sources of trouble?
When I'm over?
The immediate danger is, of course, the one directly in front of us with the rocket launcher.
Yep.
But what can I do? That is the question.
Well, your Aquila lander is equipped with some weaponry.
Yes.
Oh.
That is to say, a heavy bolter.
Oh.
Also, the only reason I gave him cover was because it has an armored cockpit. Otherwise, I wouldn't give him cover for being behind, regular glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to argue, see where we can weasel out more points and all.
I mean, if a piece of meteorite goes through the armored cockpit, goes on collision with the armored cockpit, when it's coming into atmosphere, again, that meteorite will just shred through.
Exactly.
All right. In the
I
heavy
have shared the
bolter,
story of David and Goliath, and in that case, the meteorite is the sling.
and I am assuming the heavy bolter is pointed forward, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
It's basically right under the cockpit.
Oh. Yeah, that's not going to be good for the pilots. Well, for the rocket launch crew right there. So,
You may feel free to roll ballistic.
All right. Thankfully, my ballistic skill total is a 10.
Wouldn't that be surprising?
8 with a glory.
Oh,
Okay, you can shift 2. And you also roll a critical, so roll me a critical.
That is D66.
Oh, by the way, that's another glory for Lucas shooting in a row. He still has not fired a shot that wasn't a glory.
All right, rolling. That is a 24.
he is blessed with firearms.
And what do I do? I just roll ballistic skill again, or
No, just you're gonna roll the ED, which in this case you're gonna roll me 46.
oh,
Okay, so that's 1 critical and a 5 because it's brutal, and 1 success on the 3 because it's brutal.
yep.
So it's gonna be an extra 3 damage on top of the heavy bolter's 12 for 15 minus 1.
Oh, jeez.
Actually, would we say this is close range? Would they be within 18 meters of each other?
I would.
Yeah, I think they would be, so
Yeah.
we're gonna take that into account next time. Because it has
Okay.
a
Well,
rapid
you
fire
can-
4.
Yeah, rapid fire 4 gives it bonus damage dice.
Let's say they were barely out of short range for now.
Okay.
Just
For
to... Yes.
Drive me closer, I want to hit him with my sword.
They're be closer. What's the door? Max on them.
Maximo damage.
So, you blast your heavy bolter, the heavy bolter into the shuttle, basically. And let's see what 24 is. Because we're certainly the danger zone now.
Yep.
Out of ammo. Oh, sorry, that's complications. Critical hit, yes. Ferocious rending. Plus 1d3 wounds and is vulnerable. Roll me d3. That's also in your combat sheet.
That's a 1.
Alright. So I'll tell you this. As you fire into the lander, you manage to do some significant damage to it.
Oof.
Sorry, into the lighter. My bad.
Yeah.
That is... Yeah, you do some damage to it. Not enough to cause you to take any significant damage, but enough to shake it up a little, let's say.
Vehicle damage table.
What about the crew that's hanging out in the back?
That
Gonna
is
find
true.
out.
They are cheats.
This thing has window wipers, right?
Yeah, this one has window wipers. Noble says, "What do you take me for? Do you think I just drive dirty?"
You just see Lucas turn a knob and just the one window. You just see all these window wipers cleaning off the windshield.
Pretty much.
Oh wait, is the critical meant to apply on the vehicle damage table instead?
No, the vehicle damage table usually applies just every time the vehicle takes a wound. Every time it at least takes 1 wound from per attack.
Oh.
So it's from per attack, not per wound.
Okay. Let me see exactly what entails. Wounds from cold, so. Okay.
Vehicle, I think, critical. Let's see.
The target uses the vehicle is normalized and you would come. It's for you have to make a cold shot to invoke that table, and instead of doing damage, you make them roll on the table as long as you inflict at least one wound normally.
Ah.
Yeah. So you would have to making cold shots for that, which maybe you should consider your abilities.
Yeah.
Actually, when a vehicle incurs damage, the characters whenever you inflict at least one wound to a vehicle, roll once on the table.
Yeah, but read the whole thing. If you would normally inflict at least one wound, you instead inflict no wounds to the vehicle, but the component is damaged and rendered incomparable until the vehicle is repaired or replaced, and the component was already damaged instead. So, because the vehicle itself does not suffer wounds from a cold shot, which is wise. Actually, wait, that's not saying anything about the actual vehicle damage. It's saying vehicle damage.
Look at page 52.
Why would they put it there?
No idea.
Page 52. Right side.
Page 52. Let's see. Vehicles incur damage same way cars do, except vehicles do not suffer shock. Use domination, arc and multiple weapons, okay. If you score Wrath critical, when attacking a vehicle, add +1 ED rather than a critical effect for each glow you spend. Okay, so you just add +1 ED, which same goes there. Whenever you inflict list on the vehicle, roll on the vehicle damage. Okay, so we can take the 24 as that. So normally you wouldn't do a critical to it, you would just do one extra ID and apply a vehicle damage effect. So in this case it's crippled. Wait, what?
It's going down.
Cripple doesn't make it automatically lose its speed. It just loses half speed. If you give it cripple twice, then it goes crashing. Or flying.
This reduces the vehicle speed and maneuverability by half and increases the DN of all pilot tests by +2. If this result occurs second time, the vehicle is mobilized, though it is at the DM's discretion whether on destroyed outright or if all locomotive components have merely been damaged. Okay, so you managed to take out one of the wings, basically.
Oh no.
He clipped them.
Please dodge the incoming wing.
Wings? Mmm.
What do you mean, wings?
Wings
There's
of
chicken
glory?
wings out. There's chicken wings out here. They're shooting them at us for some reason.
Wings of glory? Ooh, Maximo's favorite.
But as you guys continue to make headway forward, the Argus lighter in front of you is the furthest ahead in the chase, isn't it?
Not anymore because it's lost its speed.
Yeah, it's slow.
Yeah, but it is currently the furthest ahead in the chase.
Yeah.
Bring me closer. I want to
Okay,
hit
then
him.
I guess that's the target.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so the tarantula batteries will now fire at the Argus lighter.
What?
Oh, cool. This is
You heard me. The Shrine air defense are still active, so we have that.
Yeah.
Only tarantulas. Boo.
Mm-hmm.
They got
You don't know how
fire.
far the term tarantula extends, do you?
Mm.
Dawn of War does the great disservice. So, these tarantulas will fire. Now let me see what variant I had put on them before.
The Icarus quad array or the Icarus cannon or the las cannon array. I don't know.
Yes, an array of tarantula sentries with twin-linked heavy bolt guns.
Oh.
Good for them.
Oh.
Yep. So they're gonna be rolling an attack against the Argus lighter, and if they hit, it's going to get attacked by 2 heavy bolt guns.
Boy.
Because it's twin linked.
Why are you complaining? You're not the Argus lighter.
Not yet.
Yep.
Alright, now let's see here. Technically, it is also enforcers who have taken over the station here, so I guess the enforcers will also be the ones firing in this situation, just to simplify this whole scene.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see if they hit. Will a 4 hit the maneuverability of an Arvus lighter? Let's find out.
And it is a bit slower, so.
Yes, a 4 is just enough to hit.
Yep.
So now we're gonna have to roll for the heavy bolt gun.
Uh oh.
This is gonna be funny. That's 2d minus 1 in both cases. Which to say, if both dice roll at least one icon, this thing is gonna take damage again.
Uh oh.
However, it's not a critical.
Sucks to be them.
Sucks to be you.
That's a 6 and a 4, so that's plus 3 damage.
That is 13 then?
No, the base value of a heavy bolter is 12.
Oh.
Plus 3 is 15, with minus 1 AP. So this Arvus lighter takes another amount of damage. And that is actually rather cute, yes. Alright. In that case, the Arvus lighter is not looking great. And now it is the Arvus lighter's turn.
Yep.
They're gonna try to fire another rocket at you.
Of course they
What a
are.
bunch of nerds.
I'm just surprised the anti-air is not shooting us.
Well, we should have our
Ah.
maneuverability back.
They were the first to enter the airspace, so they're getting shot.
Oh, I
no.
see.
We should
Yeah.
have our maneuverability back because it's a new round.
That's a 5 to hit. And the Aquila lander has a maneuverability of 7, so it misses.
Yep. Hehehe.
So another rocket comes flying and Lucas strafes out of the way. That was a nice flight.
The music is just kicking in just the right time.
They really want us dead. I wonder why, as we just broke every single aerospace code imaginable.
And now the other Airbus lighter will go. And that one...
Is it a shotgun again?
Maybe.
Let's see here. Okay, you know what? Sure, because for some reason I have to do this at some point. The shotgunner is gonna take a cold shot at the turbine.
Oh,
fuck.
you son of a...
Well, trying to shoot the glass didn't work. Shoot something else instead.
I say about cold shots on vehicles.
Well, even worse, he's gonna have to beat a 9.
Sights, lights, smoke launch. Yeah, he's shooting for the
Fuselage?
he's shooting for the turbine, so I guess I'd say plus 3 from what I'm seeing here.
So he needs a 10 or better to hit. Poor man.
You know what? Sure. Actually, no, since tracks are considered +1 and the wing is basically the tracks, I'd say he needs an 8.
But then we have a
He's gonna fire his
maneuverability
combat
of
shotgun.
Okay.
You have a maneuverability of 7, plus 1, 8.
Yep.
Ooh.
That is a miss on a
Let me
crit.
let me roll the short range one real quick. Unfortunately, just a 6. Then again, I don't think he would have got anyway.
Yeah.
He
You can always
fires.
spend a ruin point trying to make it hit.
Please no.
You know what, you son of a bitch, you're right.
You just had to open your mouth.
Also, I forgot to give you the glory for that beautiful critical earlier. So there you go. And now I shall 6 plus 1 is 7. Unfortunately, that's not enough.
See?
Barely.
Yeah, so he shoots, and somehow miraculously the backshot spread completely missed the turbine. And you see the pilot signal something from the cockpit, and the guy with the shotgun just heads in, and that Irish lighter begins to go sideways, basically leaving your pursuit
Uh-oh.
because you're about to fly into the flak zone.
Yep.
Here's the real test for your pilot skills.
Alright, Art, it's your turn. You're flying into the flak zone. Technically, the Irish lighter took the first shot of flak,
Yep.
and now it's up to you to take down the Irish lighter before it can finish the job, or before the job can get finished.
All right.
You can see the shrine basically under you on the horizon. It's like very close enough where the tarantulas on top of the shrine can shoot you.
Okay. So. Okay.
What if
before I
we
go-
just get on top of the other one and use it as a cover?
What?
It's saying go on top of the Irish lighter and basically fly in a way they're going to be using it as a shield against the turrets.
You know what? I like your idea.
Yeah. Well, I will attempt this very risky maneuver, but sure.
Okay, let me look at the rules to see what you're going to need to do for this.
Just give us
Would it be
cover.
some sort of like... I guess it would have to be some sort of like maneuver of sorts.
Would think it would be a pilot test, essentially.
There are maneuvers, so...
Oh.
Not unless he's going breakneck speed.
I think that might be the one. Just, quickly catch up and then ease up the...
Hover
Actually,
over
you know
if
what?
you're
I'll count this as evasive maneuvers.
All right.
I'll count this generously as evasive maneuvers.
Well, technically it is a basic maneuver, so.
I'll try to help with pilot there.
All right.
So, +2 success.
Yep.
But when... Alright, so... You must make a DNF pilot test.
Okay.
And if you succeed, instead of giving you the finish you would normally get, I would say that if the heavy bolters target you, they're gonna be hitting the Irish lighter instead.
With my +2 success, so we only just need a 1.
Technically, yeah.
And not a complication.
Shush. You just had to bring it up.
Yep.
Okay. So DN3 pilot test. I'm getting help from docs.
You just need one icon basically, and no complication.
Good job.
Success.
Fuck.
You didn't expect this, did you?
Funnily enough, even
anyone's not
Basi-
paying attention, he rolled
Even,
a
Even the
without
greatest
the
pilots in
Argus
Imperium
Lighter,
will
they
look.
cannot hit you with that.
Even
yeah,
the greatest
basically-
pilots in Imperium will actually look twice to say, "Wow."
You are just.
You want to fly perpendicular to the Argus Lighter somehow to speed up, catch up to them, and then ease down just in time, perfectly. And now the Tarantula Senna is gonna fire again.
Those poor nerds.
What's the old saying? ATV Off-Road 2 Fury 2 was my teacher.
Um.
Oof.
Out of ammunition.
The Sentais are having trouble targeting you because they're trying to not target the Argus Lighter again. You know, it's like, oh, hey, that's our vehicle. Let's not fire it again. And they target you, but they can't really. So let's see what kind of complication that generates, the fact that they can't do it. Alright, that will be a weapon complication, since technically tarantulas are weapons.
Oh, so what's 41?
41. Weapon malfunction.
Ain't that something?
Okay, so in a ridiculous stroke of luck, the anti-air defense of the shrine malfunction. And somebody needs to get up there and do a DN4 tech test to get them running again.
Good luck.
And I'm above the freighter, so very close. So they're gonna have to do something to get out from under me.
Technically speaking, right now, if you did like a if you did breakneck speed, you could technically just reach the shrine and land it before they can even get a chance to repair them.
Very true.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to stick
know?
that landing.
We know. Lucas is only know one pedal in every vehicle.
Do it, I dare you.
So Lucas, would you like to attempt a breakneck speed maneuver?
I will say, if you ever do breakneck speed, you get an additional wrath die. You get 2 wrath dice for this. You don't get any glory out of it. It's treated as a psychic power.
Breakneck speed.
Yeah, use your movement action to move the vehicle to double its speed value. But any tests made by characters inside or in the vehicle until the end of the round replace total of 3 dice in their pool with wrath dice. And a result of 1 on the wrath die triggers a complication. But all wrath dice must roll 6s to trigger a wrath critical.
Oh boy.
As with the drive action, no test is required to move, change direction, or brake unless the GM decides the situation warrants it. In which case, they should call for a pilot test with a DN determined by the situation. The DN should not increase over what would normally be assigned the test. The added risk is instead represented by the increased number of wrath dice. So, you're going to attempt a breakneck speed landing.
Speed landing. Here we go. Speed run.
What test do we need to roll for this?
Okay.
Art
Yeah.
needs to do a pilot test where the
Okay.
last 3 dice of the roll will be considered wrath dice for the purpose of complications.
Oh ho ho. Oh
And it's
boy.
Still happening with the +2 for the pilot, but
Sure.
All right. So
What does Doc say to the crew before this happens?
I tell them,
No, what does Doc say to the crew before this happens?
This
You're in the
is
zone right now.
Boeing Airlines prepare for hard landing.
this is your call. Pilot
That's a
speaking.
little too close to home. I'm sorry.
Please prepare for extreme turbulence, massive forces of G-force, and pray to the Emperor.
Maldun and Maximo waiting for their respirators.
Yes, we are.
No, I secure
Yeah.
the mask on the noble first before I secure.
No,
mine.
we are not.
Fair enough.
Maybe you. I'm not.
Fair enough.
All
The
right.
poor man suffered enough.
Are you all ready?
Yeah, why not? Roll it. I dare you.
Hit it.
No, 2 complications.
Roll with the complications out.
So that is 2d6.
No, that's the D66 button twice.
Oh boy. 62 and 35.
Nobody spoiled them for him yet. I'm gonna tell him.
Maximo's like, oh no.
This is why we have
Oh, sorry,
seatbelts.
yeah, it is 2d6. It is 2d6. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm just gonna count the first die from each of those, 6 and 3.
All right.
Alright, so 6. Tumble. All occupants suffer 1 shock.
Okay.
3. Engine stall. The vehicle speed becomes 0 until the beginning of the next round. Then it returns to normal at the end of that round.
Fuck.
So as you're basically nose diving while the turrets are jammed, Lucas, you notice both of your engines go completely dead.
Oh, you gotta be
You look
kidding.
at your fuel gauge and it says E.
I didn't say
That
you.
was the red light.
Since he's
That
nose
was the light.
diving,
It was the empty fuel light. That's why.
We
See, I
just
knew
don't
it.
have the extra
I'm
fuel.
still gonna cast in that complication.
It was
As that happens during the nosedive, guys, please. As this happens during the nosedive, I'm gonna cast in that complication and show you what the red light was. The hatch wasn't completely secured and flies open.
Oh, hello.
You know, you all can see the sky getting significantly further away from you. And basically you're nosediving into the earth with no engines.
Oh boy.
All right.
There is a
Oh,
rule for
boy.
crashing and burning.
I think we're in the
Yeah,
wrong
no.
game here.
I
We're
know.
HellCrashers, not Helldivers.
We're HellCrashers. Ah, namesake. I love it.
You
Hell
know
crashing.
what?
It is Sky of Fire, alright. You know? Oh.
Once in a vehicle you may have the vehicle Alright, so we're gonna find out how much damage you guys take based on the size of the vehicle.
Oh no.
So first of all of you take 1 mortal wound.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
And an Aquila Lander is considered a size GTN. Gargantuan, that is.
Alright.
Which means very large.
Yeah.
It's a very large blast.
I thought its
which is to
resilience
say-
becomes its damage pool.
No, it says on vehicle explosions how much damage it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So-
there's table.
I don't know where to take the 1 mortal wound. It's just 1 wound, or
Yep, it's 1 wound
Yeah, just
automatic
one
that you
wound.
can. It's automatic wound that you
Now
can't
this next
absorb.
one will take into account your resilience. However, first of all, I'd like to say it's a very large explosion, so it's not only the Aquila Lander that gets affected by this. It's also everyone within... Everyone within 12 squares. Sorry, 10 squares.
Are we landing into the
You are landing
sieging
outside the
forces at
sign,
least?
which is where the enforcers are, yes.
Fuck yeah!
hey, we shot him
Well,
down! Oh shit, we shot him down!
Oh no, we shot it down.
Oh,
I'm going. Okay.
Where's the Quillolander, Mosley?
I'm going to
Now-
attempt to try and see if I can crash land. Hopefully, good. Maybe.
Yeah, well, that's up to the damage, I guess. Can all of you tell me what your resilience is real quick?
It is a 9.
9.
7.
Resilience?
Maximo?
11.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's
Maximo's.
see, that's 2, 3, plus how much? Yeah. So you would all be taking 13 damage. For Maximo, that's 2 wounds.
That's 2
For
wounds for
Lucas
Maximo?
and Muldoon, what?
2 wounds for Maximo? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
For Lucas and Muldoon, that's 5 wounds. For Dogs, that's 7 wounds. The Noble, his Scriptor, and his Chronicler are dead. Ironically, the only survivor from the group of 4 is the pilot.
I thought we left the pilot behind.
Can
Yeah,
we determination
And that's
that
what
damage, by
survived
the
it.
way?
Yeah.
you can determination this damage technically. It's not mortal wounds.
Yep.
I would like to.
Go ahead.
Alright.
Okay, you may turn that 5 wounds into 5 termination, into 5 shock instead.
Fantastic.
Anybody else gonna be rolling termination here?
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
might
if
as
so I'm
well.
going over my wounds limit, so
Okay, so Lucas turning 3 into shock and taking 2 wounds, and Doc's taking is turning 3 into shock and taking 4 wounds. Maximo?
No, I'm taking it.
All right.
Yeah, he's the tankiest one of us.
Yep. Don't
Plus
worry, I
you
can
can
heal it
heal.
when we actually get out.
Hopefully.
I could probably
So-
heal myself, but I can't heal anyone else.
As you all come out of the crashed Aquila lander, you see the nearby forces. Guys just took out a vast majority of the Enforcer and Cultist forces outside.
I just
And the
brush off my robes and not your worst landing.
Yeah, I'll admit that crash landing was not the worst, but damn.
Maximo
Definitely
looks
could've been
at
better.
Maximo looks at Lucas. There's a first time.
No, this is our second time, Max.
You
so
guys might want to get a
remember?
move on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because,
let's get moving quickly.
yeah, you notice the others are rushing into cover to realize what happened. Because suddenly all their guns stopped firing and then an
Just
Aquila
see
lander
just
crashed and took down like
about half of them.
about anywhere from 20 to 80 people just now.
Nice.
Good. We broke their siege. Now we can leave.
Oh, do you think 20 to 80 people is their siege?
Well, it was the first wave.
Congratulations, you took out the Vanguard.
Nice.
Yeah, and through the completely, utterly destroyed Vox of the Aquila lander, as you are still in the cockpit, Lucas, you get a transmission.
Oh boy. All right.
This is
Choppy
not,
as,
this is really not.
choppy as it may be. Yes.
Let me get the appropriate music.
You remember we needed this to get to Harrow, right?
You need to find a way back. Yes, I am fully aware of what happened.
No,
Don't worry.
not you. I know you do.
We'll find a way out of this, I'm sure. I'm fairly sure. Anyway,
Hello, the Emperor's guards are here. Yes.
so you get the transmission, and as the transmission opens, you hear a voice go, "Identify the aircraft. We just heard you crash outside after the gunfire. we have noticed your vox is still on. Can you hear us? Is anyone alive?
I can report. I can report we're alive. I can report we're alive, and we took out a majority of the vanguard with the crash landing.
Your vehicle is not typical of the air vehicles we have been getting besieged on over the past few days. Are you ally or foe?
We are out.
And before you say anything, make me a willpower test.
Oh boy.
You're being compelled by some force here.
That is a 2.
Okay, you fail. You are now compelled to speak the truth under the gaze of the Emperor.
Quite literally, I was not gonna lie, so.
Well, they do not trust that.
Alright. Compelled to say the truth and nothing but the truth. Gotcha. I tell them we are in fact allies here to aid them.
We're Imperial servants by the Inquisition. Come to
Yes.
assist you.
And I can't lie, so.
Our charges,
Then it seems we're-
sir, I think is
Then it seems we're not wholly forsaken. Right.
Antigua
I said-
Erling. Yeah.
I shall open the doors for you. You must be quick.
We'll be there. We'll be there quickly as I turn to the others and tell them, book it.
Which volume?
Maximo, you see, as you get up, you hear a squelching noise as you look at the smashed remains of the noble under you.
He is now with the Emperor.
That was your plan. The Emperor needs you. Like this.
Well, the Emperor did once say he wants heretic burger. He got burger.
He was a noble. He was probably a heretic.
Yeah, exactly. Display the strength found in ignorance. I don't care about his life. He's a noble. It's just like, I'd survived this before.
You know what? You not being at all affected by his death. Yeah, I'll count that as a wrath for you.
Wrath point. Woohoo.
You are completely ignorant to his man's fate.
It's just like, he's now with the Emperor. Maximo did good.
So, you see the wooden door open, as if to let you in. And as soon as it does, right above where the head level would be, you see from some of the areas on the, let's say, upper area of the cathedral, there begins to rain bolter fire all around you, as if to give you a salvo of cover, so you can quickly move in.
Mm-hmm.
Maximo rushes in, uses his special ability of let it rip without actually attacking anything.
Yeah, assume you all just charge in while
we're-
the bolters are
Yeah, we're
firing.
booking it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think we can already book it. Book it.
Weather conditions our limbs are at. Let's keep running.
Okay, so all of you make it to the inside of the temple, and the door slams behind you as it closes. And then you hear the tapping on the floor above you as you see two sisters of battle wearing helmets and armors and carrying bolt guns converge down the stairs while reloading their weapons.
Maximo will
And-
proceed to give the Sisters of Battle a Pro Aquila as best he could. And
Yes.
just stand straight and proud.
And then you hear a voice, Ogrin, lower, seal the door, lower the bar,
Yes.
quickly.
And Maximo will proceed to go, turn around, grab the bar, slam it down, make sure the clamp is held tight, make sure the server stays put, Make
And
sure
as
every
Maximo does not even take a second, as an ogre that he is, to acknowledge who's giving the order, but simply complies, the rest of you cannot help but gaze at who and look as gone as I'm beginning to describe things again.
Did he just die on us?
No, it should be RB.
What a nerd.
Let's give it a second. Also, how do you guys like our comedic dogfight?
Well, all the time when we are fighting up there, I was hearing a weird music.
What would you mean?
Well, it's usually coming from the radio, but this time it wasn't coming from the radio. I think it's called Freebird.
Oh. Well, that one was shooting birds at us.
Eh, maybe it's just a coincidence.
We did hit a few birds on the way down, though.
More than one, yes. More than a few.
I'm just happy you all made it to ground alive somehow after all that.
Yes.
As I said, it's very hard to kill Maximo.
God, we could do determination there.
I didn't even need to roll determination. I just survived. And see, I'm not even invincible. I just miraculously survived somehow.
I mean, you did take 2 wounds.
Yeah, 3 wounds. Don't forget the mortal
And-
wound I took.
All right, now that Art is back, we can finally continue the description. So as the three of you turn around to see who issued the order, as Maximo simply complies as he is known to do.
Well,
You know,
simple
a
loyalty.
woman with authority talks to him. Maximo obliges. Third gentleman.
Of course.
So, you all turn to see who issued the order, as you see a sister standing there with. The tokens will not look one for one to what I'm about to describe, but stay with me on this one. Her hair is dark, for most of the Sisters of the Ebon Chalice do not actually sport the white hair of the Sisters of Battle that we're also used to. And the embellishment on the chest of her armor is not the typical fleur-de-lis or any of such sort, but rather is a goblet on fire with wings coming out of it. And she stands there sporting a melta-gun. And as she looks at the four of you, says, "So, you are who the Emperor has sent to be our salvation of sorts."
Maximo was to say from making those choices.
Yes, ma'am.
Her eyes pass over most of you, except when they're about to pass on to Muldoon. She just completely ignores him and resets back to the three of them. The fact that she hasn't shot you is showing that she's willing to cooperate.
Well, because he is part of the Inquisition, so they have to. Unfortunately,
He's a
restrain.
sanctioned psyker.
Yeah.
The Inquisition has nothing to do with this. He
Well, I
has
thought
proven his soul to the Emperor. And she looks at the four of you and says, well, the three of you, and addresses the four of you and says, "I must inform you, the situation is not good here.
No, ma'am.
If you have been sent to save us, I'm afraid you are facing a colossal task."
No save, I think, but more of protection.
Alright. Then I assume, knowing your masters, you also know what we are protecting and why we're fighting to the last.
Ma'am, yes.
Indeed.
And despite all of that, you still brought. I will not question the judgment of your Inquisitor or his interrogators, but I trust that if you know of the artifact, you know what you're doing.
Yes,
What's the artifact?
because we do know what we are against. They also support other witches as well. So we have our own to counteract their will, to make us have better strength against them.
If you think your own can withstand the temptations of the artifact, then sure, he is welcome to defend the cathedral.
Well, I would try and die trying.
Don't provoke them.
Muldoon. Maximo will look towards you, Muldoon. Don't give them a challenge, they'll do it. They're
As
crazy.
he guides you deeper into the shrine, you see not a pleasant sight. The pews of the shrine are basically covered with several bodies that have been laid in a restful pose, and they have like blankets over them for a majority of them, like to cover the bodies.
Yeah.
Essentially, you shoot a lot of sisters are dead here.
Maximo will attempt to do a prayer to the Emperor while on the move.
Indeed. They will take note of that. Just to give you the idea of the formation you are working, it's the four of you. On the front is the sister with the melta-gun, and behind all of you is the two sisters with the bolt guns and the helmets. And as you're walking by, you also notice there is like severe damage done to the statues and the structure of the temple anyway. Like, you can see the stained glass windows have been shot through, and the pews are damaged. Some of the stone has been shot. You can tell they have not employed heavy enough weapons to take down the doors or the temple yet, but they have employed enough force to damage the temple. However, as you finally fix your gaze to what's in front of you, you are all taken aback for a moment, and I want all of you to make me a willpower test, the same way, sorry, a resolve test, the same way you would do with a fear test, but not for fear. This is more of a, let's say, shock. Let's say, not shock the attribute, but you know, awe.
Well, Maximo automatically fails.
Fair enough.
So, bleh. 0.
It makes sense because Muldoon as a sighter would have seen this figure of Barillians more times than anyone else here, ironically,
But
to
does
some extent.
it has a golden mustache. Praise
You
be.
see a gigantic, colossal gold statue of the Emperor himself, who appears to be plunging a burning sword into the neck of some sort of amalgam beast, which appears to be burning with flames in this ornate depiction of a killing blow. And the Emperor stands victorious. And side by side are statues of space marines and imperial saints, all casting their gaze upon the pious, as is the Emperor. Muldoon, having being a sanctioned sighter, you've been close enough to Terra that you have witnessed the light of the Astronomicon so much that no amount of gold can blind you anymore. However, for Lucas, Dox, and Maximo, this is the greatest adoration of the Emperor you have ever seen. And despite how much more easy it is to bend gold than stone, not a single bullet has blemished the statue.
Maximo will actually go on his knees and actually start crying a bit, tearing up.
It's okay to cry.
Yep. It's just like,
It does have depicted the great golden mustache of the Emperor.
it's Maximo can see, basically Emperor likes to make people believe what they believe of what he's supposed to see. So Maximo sees the great golden mustache on the Emperor of Man, even though it may not be there, but it is to him.
That's a good way to go about it.
Because this is a holy place.
Aside from the three sisters you have already met, you see 7 more. One appears to be leaning against the statue and is horribly wounded, unconscious, but still alive to some extent. And she wears the ornate armor of a canoness, a sort of military leader of the Sisters of Battle. And next to her stands another sister who wears a slightly different outfit and bears the narcissism of a combat medic. A figure you would know as a hospitaller,
Yay.
who appears to be constantly tending to the canoness. Surrounding them are 5 sisters who do not wear power armor, but rather these vestments that have been armored to protect them. And they cover their faces with cowls and masks, so
Yes.
that not many people can see their
Sinful face.
actual features. Yes, and these are the neophytes, sisters who have not fully become sisters of battle yet,
Oh,
and
I
they
thought
must
they
still
were
prove
Repenta.
themselves in combat. Oh no, these are just neophytes. There's no Repenta here. And so now you have the 10 sisters that have remained, alongside the 3 you already knew. And that's where the sister with the melt again turns and addresses you. As you can see, the situation is not great. My name is Sister Ira. I'm going to type her name now because even the simplest name must be typed.
Yep. Maximo says,
Hello, Sister Ira. I am Maximo.
Greetings, Ogrin. As you can all see, part of our mission was to ward a sacred relic sequestered deep into this temple, lying just beneath this statue. Originally, the entire second commandery of my preceptory was present in the shrine. Our canoness led us through prayer and battle alike when the heretics arrived. At first, we could not believe that our very enforcers, guardians of their people, would turn against them so easily. But soon as we saw the mark of the cultists behind them, there was no more doubt.
It's worse
We're
than
wise
that.
enough to open I would assume you know more.
Hmm.
We were quick to react and managed to fight back before they could get their hands on the artifact. Driving them out of the temple was a harrowing battle. Many of my sisters died. The canoness is heavily wounded, but our last remaining hospitaller is tending to her. These here 5 neophytes and the 2 sisters remaining of my squad are all that's left. I myself am the second in command of a retributor squad, these two were simply members of one of our regular squads, you could say. I have assumed leadership for now, and we wait for salvation or annihilation, whatever may come first.
I believe salvation.
Will it be okay if Maximo presents the Dragonfire rounds to her?
She has a melt again.
Well, she can just get them blessed and distributed to the other battle sisters. That's Maximo's thought process.
I would advise you keep them, but I cannot force your hand in this matter. So if you
Then-
really want to give them away, go ahead. I'm just advising that you keep to them.
Is it Maximo can he could just get them blessed?
Well, supposedly they're already blessed by the Mechanicus.
Well, they can be double blessed by the ecclesiarchy too.
If
You
Well,
can
yeah,
stack-
but
Just
enough.
like in
That
the
would
most
require-
RPGs, you can stack blessings.
That would require the presence of a member of the ecclesiarchy.
What do you mean?
This
The
is just
sister
the
battles
chamber
in front of
militant.
us.
They're the chamber militant. It's
Didn't
different.
you just step on him after you blew him up?
No, that was a noble. He wasn't of the ministry.
Yeah, he was part of the ecclesiarchy.
He was not. He's a heretic too. But anyways. Oh, Maximo's simple-mindedness didn't work.
Well, in any case, he gestures to the situation around, and then says, I am afraid we are soon to be tested then. The heretics may have withdrawn thanks to your sudden approach, but they will remount their attack.
And we will be prepared for it.
I hope. And before she can finish her sentence, the loud screeching of a voxcaster breaks the holiness of the temple. As you hear from the outside, a voice go, Sisters, hear me. I am a captain of the enforcers, standing outside this shrine. And not only have you resisted permitting us entry to this shrine, but now you have granted sanctuary to known fugitives of the Imperium. We shall grant you but a few minutes to prepare your surrender. After this, we shall no longer be held. What's the word I'm looking for?
Liable for.
Yeah, we shall no longer be held liable for acting against the Emperor's will when we break down this door and drag your dead bodies out of the temple for resisting his will yourself.
Maximo just takes the vision.
Well, that's a bit ironic.
And with that, we're gonna end our session.
Yay! They will going to burn in holy fire.
Can I just spend my last wrath point just to make a double explosion of that Aquila Grinder because the extra fuel reserves?
No.
Can I? What if I spend both wrath points and all the glory?
No.
Darn.
What about all of our rafts and glory?
Yeah.
You can spend as much glory as you want, and you can kill as many as you want. I will still have you fight a lot of them.
Well,
Good.
luckily enough, I have a few frag bombs on it anyway, so I'm good.
I have a wall of fire.
If killing the Enforcer with a Voxcaster is what you want out of this life, I shall give it to you very easily. Just wait 2 weeks.
Oh, I see. This is where we fight the police, right?
This is where we will do another siege.
Is round two.
So, next episode, Dungeon Siege.
Yep. Second verse, same as the first.
Probably
Yeah.
called Temple
Skies of
Siege.
fire. Okay.
I already put you in a plane, so all you have to do is put them in the chairs now.
Hmm.
Alright, so let's see ourselves out of here. Starting off with our great Mechanicus member, Mr. Docs404.
Howdy, everyone. This is Dr. Lumen, and I play as Docs404. And we survived all that. Somehow.
I need to doubt myself more often.
Yes.
You're a Kriegsman. You should be doubting all the time.
Sorry, I thought my headphones off for a second. I hope everything went fine. Next up, we have our the man who is going to likely burn this church like a Swedish metal band, Muldoon.
Oh, come on. Hello, everyone. I'm Crazy Pet. I playing as Muldoon, and hopefully the church is not as flammable as I think. There will be
How
a lot
flammable
of
do you think the
flames.
church is?
I hope it's fire retardant from all the fire
Probably.
melted weapons we have.
I assume
Are you allowed to say that?
Fire retardant? I hope
I'm making
so.
a joke.
I see how it is. As you know, I'm challenged enough. That's why I have the special helmet at home.
Fair enough. Next up, we have the man who, from now on, will be called the Maverick.
Initial D for the skies.
Initial D's. I mean,
Anyway,
episode title.
I am Art of War playing Lucas, and yeah, don't tout my piloting skills, apparently.
I just gotta say, it was almost prophetic how I said, yeah, you take off just fine, the landing will be the difficult part.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll see you all later. I got work.
Good. You best work on that.
On that landing.
Yeah, I should probably get going too.
And then we have our host, the great Ogre of all time.
Hello, me, Maximo, also played by Big Mac Plays. As you know, you could check onto this channel, of course, or Big Mac Plays is my Twitch, Twitch and Twitter. Well, actually, I changed the name to Borguts the Mad Mech on Twitter. So find me there and you'll be informed of any upcoming projects. Other than
Indeed.
that, make sure you mow your lawns. Your lawns look very grassy today. They need
And
to be
also
cut.
make sure to check your permissions for your dashboard sound alerts.
Oh yes. And be careful Helldivers too. They gone weird again.
When are they not? Anyway, and I am Sir Reaper, who has been your Inquisitor, Game Master, Zintian Entity of Horror, and many other things this evening. I have to say, every time I picture like what a session is gonna go like, most of the time I get some parts right. Rarely ever is it so prophetic. Whenever I think of like, they're gonna have some sort of dogfight where they're somehow going to come out undamaged, only for them to literally almost die at the very end. Lo and behold.
Doesn't take much.
So yeah, that's me. I'm working on the video games, and you will hear about that in the future. And I will tell you nothing more for now. And I guess back to Big Maximo Toys for the closing.
Oh. I don't think toys is thing, but sure. Other than that, I hope you have yourself a wonderful day and have fun. And don't forget your lawn. Maximo out.